morning. Happy time zone, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Start off with a nice close-up of my face. How's everyone doing this morning? Also, I've said something in the chat, but congrats, Ray, on 50K. That is such a slay. That was the poem that I just wrote for you just now, so I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, goodness. Black Sunlight's got some more word count cutting. Amen. Love that. JK just hit a little over 1K for chapter 27 of Sugar and Spice. Very nice. That was another poem that I just wrote for you, JK. You're welcome. He's full of rhymes today. Rhythm and rhyme. Hello, Ian. Good morning. Hope you're doing well, sir. How goes the developmental edits and all the revision trenches, if you will? Because I'm not quite sure which stage of the revision process you are currently in, but I do know that you are revising. So, hats off to you. Oh goodness. So I have. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah, I did get a little bit of a haircut yesterday. It was so needed. Usually, because when I was doing Legally Blonde, they don't like you to cut your hair in the middle of the show because they want you to have a certain look. So they wanted my hair to grow out. Let me finish the sentence. So yes, that is why I was finally able to do my summer chop off, where I would just like basically shave the sides and then go very short on the top. So it feels very breezy in here on the sides of my head instead of flames on the sides of the sides of my face. It's just a cold breeze. Good morning, Misty. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we are going to be doing some writing today. Act 1 is pretty chunky, and unfortunately, the trad pub world doesn't like bears the way I do. Oh, and isn't that a shame? That's the real shame of today, is that the trad pub space does not like bears the same way that you do. And we will forever be mourning that very unfortunate fact. Didn't get much writing this week. We'll be finishing chapter 5 today, hopefully. And cute haircut, thank you. It's a little. I tried to fix it up from my bed head, but it's doing its best. But we're all friends here. We're all friends here on a Saturday morning, just trying to get our writing in. Okay, we're not here to look pretty. We're here to get some writing done. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Flames on the side of my face, but instead of flames, it's just a gust of wind. Hello. Working on job research this morning. Ooh, very fun. Hi, Anna. Hope you've been doing well. It's been a while. I'm so happy to see you here. Finally secured a copy editor. Okay, they've done book 1 and have book 2. I still need to finish my edits to book 3, 4, 5, 6. Is ready to go to her. Put that away. 7 is with dev editor. 8 is still in my head. Good Lord, Ian. You have literally a nice, just a production line. I don't know how you have managed to write 7 and then have an 8th in your head in the short time that I've known who you are. Like that's a crazy amount of books. So hats off to you, sir. Hat is off to you. People say that I write quickly, and I'm like, I don't know. There's some people here in this writing community that I know that I'm like, they're working on like 5, 6 projects at a time. And like they finish all of them within the year. And I'm like, how did you do that? Like I can maybe work on 2 to 3 in 1 year. So, and that's just all on different stages. Like I'm not like starting and finishing anything. It's just starting and finishing different drafts of different books. You know what I mean? Which is still great, Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, wow, that is so awesome. Very true. But you've also, I know you've been putting a lot of work into it. And obviously you're investing in professional feedback in this loop. Each loop that you have, at least for me, with every like professional editor or anything that I've worked with, each loop with one of them has like taught me something or multiple somethings, and like has made me like, I don't know, have a sharper eye and know how to correct the things before I get to the professional the next time, if that makes sense. So like I'm learning something and I'm honing my craft each time that I work with a professional. So with all of these like back to back, like, you know, lined up, like I'm sure you're gaining like a lot of like insight and, you know, thought and experience with your story. So that's really cool. Usually have one project that gets all my drafting, editing energy, and 2 to 3 on the back burner cooking. The frustration of not getting to work on them helps me brainstorm. Love that. Nothing like a little hate write, a little frustration to help you get into the brainstorming mode. Yeah, I'm trying to think. So for right now, I mean, obviously I am doing my read through of book 1. I've got an outline of book 2 in Project Purple. And then I literally over the last couple days, let me tell you something. I don't care how many times, you have read your book. If you're going to publish your book, I don't care how many times you've read it. If there's a part of your brain, like there is a part of mine, the little anxious part of my brain that's like, hey, you should probably read through it again just to check for any mistakes or like formatting errors. And there's the other part of your brain that's like, no, it's fine. Listen to the anxious part, because I thought that I had caught everything. But when I tell you there is just a random like typo, whether it's like a double space or a random period in the middle of a sentence or the wrong word, like there was one time where it was supposed to be the word way, but it was the word what. Don't ask me how that happened. But if you think you're done, you see all these tabs? Do you see all those tabs? Every single one of these tabs is a random typo in the middle of just nowhere that somehow got missed by me and my proofreader. So if you think there's no more mistakes, and there's probably still some left that I missed in this pass, but just take my advice. Give it one more proofread before you finally publish it. Obviously, thankfully, this is not the final isn't published until September. So I have plenty of time to continue to search for these things. And I have lots of lovely ARC readers who have been helping me pick out some of the errors that I might have missed. So we're doing great. We're moving forward, but just that is my word of advice to any people trying to publish. Proofread it just one more time. It ain't gonna hurt nothing, you know? It really isn't. Because you're not changing anything with the story. You're literally just reading for typos and correct words and spellings. So anyway, that was my little rant tangent, because my book was literally sitting here it was just looking at me. And I thought, also, my book, ooh, isn't that so fun to just like see on stream? Like I'm holding it like it's a real book. Like that's me. Like, how fun. I don't think I've gotten to actually show like much of the physical. You've seen pictures, but you haven't gotten to see it in action, you know? Also, let me show you some of these inside pages, like fully formatted. Are you kidding? How fun. But anyway, that's my rant. Thank you so much for listening. Okay, question. When your ADHD is something else, how do you stay focused? My usual sprints timing thing isn't working. You know, that is such a good question. Usually for me, whenever my ADHD is something else, something that helps me sort of focus my brain is doing some sort of physical activity. Like if I'm going for a walk, like that will help me. Like if there's something I need to like brainstorm or think about or work on, I will walk, because having the movement in my body, all of that anxious energy is released from the physical activity, which is part of why I have the hyperactive part of ADHD. And so being able to release that energy somewhere, like if I'm at work and I just cannot focus, I will literally take the elevator down and then take the stairs back up to my office, and I'm on the 5th floor, just to get my heart pumping, just to get like my body moving, just to get, you know, something that energy, that anxious energy, that whatever it is that's keeping me from focusing, expelling it from my body so I can like sit down and do what I got to do. That doesn't, always work, but it is something that helps more than it harms. You know what I mean? But there are some times where I just can't. I literally just can't. And so I just accept that and just accept that that's a part of, one of the fun little quirks of my brain. Like, yes, it gives me all these fun, like beautiful ideas and characters and stories, but sometimes she has trouble focusing and I just have to accept that balance, I have to take the blessings with the barriers. Okay, hold on. He better preach the blessings with the barriers. Oh, okay. He's saying something this morning. He's preaching on a Saturday, no less. Anyway, I hope that was helpful. But there are just some times where you can't get it, and that's just a part of being having one of our beautiful brains that we have. Yes, art is never finished, merely abandoned or shared. Get so restless when working and writing. My legs start to hurt. LOL, weird. I know. No, my marathon training isn't helping much with that. No, I get that. Where it literally is like sometimes like I have to, like you'll see me in like a weird, like my knee up. Because I just sometimes cannot sit in a chair like a normal human because I get restless with my legs. Like we and Clark were trying to watch a movie last night and I could not sit still. But it's just one of those things, Oh, thank you. Thank you. I think it looks great too. I love it. I think I've said that. Makes me want to read it more. I'm just saying. I was pretty lazy this week. I have to review line edits and going to an author signing later today. That's amazing. Have so much fun. I realize I can't lasso my ADHD or ADID. I don't know if you meant ID or HD. I can only drop treats to trick it into moving where I want it to be. Yeah, that very much that. I'm very I'm very like goal driven, but I'm also very like reward driven. Like if I tell myself like, hey, if you do this thing, then I'll buy you Taco Bell, Diva. Like that's all it takes for me sometimes is like, I really want Taco Bell. But you always have to tell somebody else what the end goal is. Because if you don't tell anyone and it's just your own little secret, then you'll end up just not doing it and buying yourself a Taco Bell anyway. So usually I tell Clark, I'm like, hey, I can't get Taco Bell unless I do this. And he's like, okay. And then if he sees me eating Taco Bell and then he's like, well, did you do this thing? And then I have to tell him no, then he's going to guilt me and make me feel bad about, cheating against my own goals and being like, so, and that private shaming alone is enough to like make me just do it. You feel me? What are we talking about? Blessings, barriers, Balenciaga. Exactly. You get it. You get it. Same about the reward versus goals, making achievable goals I can check off physically on a list has been wonders this last couple of months. Yes, I am absolutely a checklist person, 100% through and through. I can't thrive without a checklist, frankly. I cannot speak fluently, period. But really can't without a checklist. Because speaking of checklists, I literally took notes of things to talk about. But have I opened it? No, because ADHD. Okay. I just see people in the chat and I forget to open my little notes app because I get excited because I love talking to all of y'all every week. Taco Bell's on the table until we get rid of this. Yeah. Go Sephora or whatever it's called. Honestly, I couldn't even tell you what it's called. It's a word. I know it's bad lettuce. That's all I got. But couldn't tell you anything else about it. So basically, I just have to eat pizza because there's no lettuce on pizza. So that might be what I do for lunch, actually. That sounds kind of good. Can't even lie to y'all. Okay. So, but we have about 5 minutes left. So I want everyone in the chat, if you can hear my voice, I want you to tell me what your miniature goal is just for this first sprint. Okay. And then afterwards, I think when we get back, we're going to play a fun little game where I'm going to let you all pick a page number or just a number 1 through 300 and or 1 through 294. And whatever number you pick, I'll read a line from the same house off from that number. So, but then I also want to hear lines from you. Like, in order to have your number chosen, you must also share a line of something that you wrote. Okay? Deal? I'm just going to assume that you said deal. So here we go. Sprint is pulling up. Okay. Best of luck to all of the divas here in the chat. I am going to be working on, I think I might do a little bit of research. Let me think. Deal. Perfect. This will be for after the sprint. I'm just telling you now that that's what we're doing when we come back, just in case, I don't know. I just wanted to tell you that because I'm excited about it. But I do want to know your miniature goals for this first sprint. Splicing in a new scene to replace an old one should be 600 words shorter. Okay. Gonna make another coffee, get a bit of day job stuff done. I can snag a random line, book 7, I guess. Oh, please do. Please do. I love. Okay, so I am going to probably do a little bit of research because I had a fun book idea, but I need to do a little bit of research towards that. And I want to finish editing this video, and I want to script the video that I want to do for next week. And then I think that'll be enough for this first sprint. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And whatever you're going to be doing, I hope that you have so much fun doing it. And I'll see you in 40 minutes. Bye. All right, friends. How did you do? Let me know in the chat. I logged in. I was doing some fun research, and the specific rabbit hole that I kind of was going down was like things, or not necessarily things, but like rituals or like practices that take place in nature that if humans did it, it would be like you'd be sentenced to life, you know? And so was just kind of like looking into that and pulling some inspiration for an idea for a, I don't know yet if it's going to be like more like along the lines of a thriller or if it's going to lean more towards like horror-esque things. But was just kind of toying around with a new idea, but also finishing up uh, video editing as well. So that was a sleigh. But I would love to know how you all did. Let's see. Also, we had an Evelyn join us. Hi, friend. No worries on being late. You are right on time. Here for the productive vibes. Yes. What are you working on, friend? Are we still? Because I know you finished your read through and like your notes. Are we applying those yet? Are we doing schoolwork? Let me know. Let me know down below. Working on my romance novel. Oh my gosh! Welcome, avocado lover. So happy to have you here. Good to see you. I'm also working on your romance novel. Yes. Love all the friends saying hello in chat. Let's see. Man, we're popping off. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Spliced in a new scene, cut a total of 419 words. Well, I mean, if your goal is cutting words, I'd say you had a pretty successful sprint. That was like 100 words every 10 minutes, plus some. You know what I mean? So props to you. Props to you. Heather finished chapter 5. Now I have to go change something in chapter 4. It never ends. Yeah. It really is. It really is. But this is a first draft for you, correct? Am I incorrect in that? If this is the horror one that you're working on, unless you went back to a different one, remind me. My memory is horrible. Wrote 4 words and scrolled on Pinterest. Hey, that's fine. You tried, and that's what matters. That is what matters. Cleaning up old paragraphs that need deleting. Technology is frustrating me right now. I understand that. What specific technology is frustrating you? I'm curious. Is it Microsoft Word? Is it Google Docs? Call her out. In the words of Sutton, name them. Name them. Got some studying done, and oh wow, sounds very intriguing. Yeah, my brain's just been kind of marinating on some new ideas, and that always happens as I come to like the end of a story. Because like I feel like right now, even though again, still going to be probably reading it a couple more times for proofreading purposes, but I really do feel like I'm done with the same house, like all of the big story things and making everything connect and all those things that I was trying to, I guess, always work out in the back of my mind. I don't have to work those out anymore. And so there's so much more room and space in my brain for all these new ideas to start popping up. And so having a fun time with that and just kind of exploring. I'm not like, locked down with anything, but I just seeing what is interesting me in the moment and following rabbit holes, because what do I have to lose, other than maybe learning some really fun niche facts about nature that, I don't necessarily need to know, but I do. So got some studying done. Sounds very intriguing. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I already read that. Wrapped up chapter 11 edits. Now it's storming. Ooh, like storming like in real life or like in your book? Do tell. Still first draft. I write so slowly. Hey, it's not a race ever. I was just curious because you're going back and fixing things in chapter 4. Are you a revise as you draft kind of person, or are you that's a problem for future Heather kind of person? Because I I am the latter. I am a future Cody is gonna hate me, but right now Cody doesn't care. He's living his best life and writing a first draft. That's fun, you know. Hoping to hit 5K by Sunday, so this isn't too helpful for my cause. Well, okay, so the second one, the second sprint, you got to lock in. Okay, I'm gonna hold you accountable because that's what good writing friends do is we hold each other accountable. Autocorrect. Let me type my fake words. Yes, that's so true. I do hate that. Like whenever I'm like saying like especially in like fantasy. So if you're writing fantasy, all these made up names and spellings and words and cities and towns and whatever's, and you are taking inspiration from a real word, but just kind of changing the spelling of it for your purposes. And so autocorrect just does not understand. Does not understand. Name them. Sutton, I love her. I love her. She is a hoot and a half. Hoot and a half. Real life. Okay. Well, I hope that it's just like a cozy storm and nothing too crazy. You know, nothing nothing like the storm in this book, if you know what I mean. Okay. Nothing like. Hold on, I showed it earlier, but nothing like the storm. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Oh yeah, line lottery. Thank you. Keep me on track because see again, I'm looking at the chat. So here's the tea. If you would like me to read a line from here, you submit a page number, but in order for your page number to be selected, you must also share a line from what you worked on during the last sprint. Okay? So feel free to do that. I will star them as I go through this chat, and then we'll have some fun line sharing time from all parties involved. We love a little social media hiatus. I get it. Totally get it. Oh yes, coffee refill. I literally ASMR coffee. That's probably very not fun because of the metal tingies, but whatever. Oh, hello, Bree. You came just in time for the ASMR. Bree immediately clicks off and is like, fuck this. This is not what I came for. Trying to not revise as I go. My OCC usually wins, and I end up rewriting former chapters. Hey, whatever works for your brain, it works for your brain. Look, I knew what you meant. So yes, we're doing our line lottery. Got 128 words written for this chapter. The MMC is getting chewed out by one of the side characters. Ooh, that's T. That's word. Ooh, in the words of Aaron Burr from Hamilton, it isn't pretty. Yeah. Very true. Okay, I'm starting to see some requests, so I'm pinning all of those. Ooh, and I'm just glancing at these lines. Just glancing at these lines, I'm already excited. Exactly. What the ASMR? Yeah, you didn't show up for the ASMR for sure. Okay. All right. All right. I got some good pins, so I'll go ahead and start reading them. If you want to go ahead and drop your line as well as the page number, I will read from this book right here. Okay. So first up is Ian. It's true. Shameful, but true. I was lonely. I'm always lonely. The others would come and go, but Fraser and I always seemed to end up going together on the new stations. Proximity, infatuation. Okay, proximity, infatuation. Love. Okay, so page 123. Your line is, let's see. Ooh. Okay. Okay. So your line from page 123 is, "It would feel so good to scream." Thank you. Next. Yes. Okay. About 222, and the last thing I typed was, "L tucked his rising anxieties into a lockbox behind his dark eyes, quick as the snapping hand of a pickpocket." Ooh, love. Okay. It's page 222. 222. Also, your options are page 1 through 294. Those are your options, by the way. So 222, let's see. Can I flip pages? These tabs aren't making it easy. Okay, page 222. Ooh, okay. So your line from page 222 is, "Its eyes are the darkest they've ever been." You're welcome. Next. Ooh, okay. We have a two-parter from Heather. Hundreds of brightly colored stickers hid the forest green paint of the 1963 WV microbus. The stickers were not Adam's idea. The previous original owner began the tradition when he placed the very first sticker on the bus during a trip to the Redwoods in 1965. From Mexico to a little coffee shop outside the Muskogee, each adventure saw a new addition to the Volkswagen. Heather, I love. I don't think you picked a page number though. So you get to drop a page number whenever you get the chance. And I'll read whatever line from whatever page. Okay, line from Sugar and Spice. "My help was my warning that this pretty rivalry would turn into something you couldn't manage. And look at the result, a mess even you can't get yourself out of." Period. And then JK says page 29. Okay, let's see. 29, 29. Okay, this is the last line that is on page 29. "I would know. I've done it before, and I'm not afraid of doing it again." So there you go. There you go. Yes, awesome. Okay, Avocado Lover says, boop, boop, boop. Okay. "And as she walked out of the room, the vanilla scent that held flooded the wait, what? The vanilla scent that had flooded the room left with her. I'm almost tempted to follow. There's my line, and LOL, the only one I wrote. Page 12. Okay. I love it. Let me see what's on page 12. Oh, you get the first email that's in the book. So a line from this is, "Wish little Timothy a great first day of school for me." What's funny is the kid's name is Thomas. So that's the joke, in case you were wondering. And then Heather's page was 174. Let's see. What's on page 174? Ooh, this is a fun chapter. Okay, here's your fun. This is a text message that they get. "Due to hazardous weather conditions, Seaside Elementary will be closed tomorrow. Have a great day." Those hazardous weather conditions, I tell ya. I tell ya. Well, Thomas / Timothy better have a good day, and will. I love it. Okay. Those are all great lines, friends. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that, and thank you for listening to me share a few from the same house. Those are so fun. What all are y'all reading right now? Y'all reading anything good? I'm gonna tell y'all my next thing that I'm gonna be picking up is this: Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. And the way it's a graphic novel, so like stuff like that. But the way this was pitched to me was that it is basically Dexter but with animals. And so this is going to be my next read, because I blame Taylor Ann Wright. And Taylor Ann Wright, if you see this, I blame you for this, because you got me in the mood for horror. So now I'm reading all the ooky spooky creepy things, and maybe that's why these like kind of horror novel ideas are starting to pop up in my mind, because I've just been really in that kind of vibe. Like I really like, this is on my TBR. I have this close by. Just I've been kind of going through all the books that I already like own, and like I just been wanting to dive into them. And I also haven't read anything by Andrew Joseph White, and I want to. So I'm going to be popping up with that as well. Yeah, I mean it literally is like, I don't know like what all I can show you inside of this, but like I'm just gonna describe to you an image that I opened it randomly to and was like, oh God, what is that? So the best way I can describe it to you is that it is literally, it looks like a duck that has been just sliced to pieces, but like in perfect little cubes, like perfect little segments. So that is, and then there's buckets of paint? Question mark? Or maybe he's present. Honey, my goodness. Can y'all hear that? She has big feelings right now. But anyway, I'm gonna get into that. So I'll let y'all know how that is next week. Everyone's line slapped, and you're so welcome, Evelyn. I appreciate it. Ooh, The Unwanted's Quests by Lisa McMahon, but it was a dollar store find and a mid-series book. Middle of a series is the worst. Honey, it's okay. You want to say hi? You want to say hi to people? Yeah, you know you do. You know you want to say hi to the people. No, I think she just hears noises outside, and she'd be growling at stuff. But honey came by to say hello. Yes, we love a self-taught pastry chef. Man. See, JK Lambo, the thing about anytime you share lines here, I always leave these live streams wanting to like bake like just 1,100 chocolate chip cookies and eat all of them because I just love baking all things. Yes, incredibly. Yes, Miss Honey, Miss Honey. Got to drop those puppy emojis for Miss Honey, Miss Honey. She's just happy to be here. Loved all of them. Yes, say hi, honey. Oh, bless her. Just bless her. All right, Pookie Butt. Go ahead. Put her down. Ooh, The Road to Roswell by Connie Willis. Never read her, but there is a UFO beaming up a cow on the cover, so I'm in. Wait a minute. Hold on. Pulls up Google immediately. UFO pulling up a cow. Road. I'm assuming it's sci-fi if it's aliens and UFOs. Oh, fun. Oh, that does look fun. Wow. Hold on, I'm gonna share with class. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yes, the dog emojis. Okay. How do I want to maybe stop that one and then show this one? There we go. I mean, can I make this bigger? There we go. Oh, well, look at this little layout. I love. This is literally what I'm looking at. Like, how cool. I'm assuming this is the one that you have because this is the one that has the cow being beamed up. Beam me up, Scotty. Let's see. When did this come out? 2023. Okay. How fun. I do love that book cover. I really like the style of this. Like, it's kind of giving me like aliens, but like in a Wild West situation. I don't know if that's the vibes, but that's the vibe that I get. It's giving me weird Wild West. Which apparently, did y'all know that's a whole like genre of short story? I learned that from Asa Merritt on here on YouTube because he was doing a whole time where he was like studying weird Wild West stuff. It was pretty neat. I gotta say. I gotta say. Okie dokie. Very, very fun. Oh, is there a show? Are they connected? We love it interconnected. Thank you, Evelyn, for all the dog emojis. Those are great. Currently reading The Devils, Who by Joe Abercrombie. Love. Currently reading Smash or Pass by Bertie Shea. Love. These are all slay. Okay. Okay, friends. It's time for us to get back into our hocus pocus, everybody focus. Okay. Okay. But I got to restart our timer because it started without us. Very rude. Okay. And we're on sprint number 2. All right, everyone. Best of luck to all of you. 40 minutes are on the clock, and I'll see you in 40. Alrighty, friends. That brings us to the end of our second sprint together. How did you all do? I got pretty much everything on my little list that I had completed. So thank you all for being here and holding me accountable on this lovely Saturday because I'm feeling very productive and the day is like just getting started, really. Also, the coffee really hit this morning. I don't know what I did, if I just like held my hand just the right way, but it's delicious. All that editing, and I think the new version of this chapter is only 300 words shorter. Hey, that's a lot for one chapter. I mean, if you really like break that down into like a percentage, like say if your chapter, I'm just spitballing here because I don't know how long your chapters are, but if you say like 2,000 words, that's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ish, like 1/7 ish of the chapter. So like that's a good chunk of words if you think about it in that perspective. Not that anyone does. That's just how my brain thinks for some reason. Oh, goodness. See, that's what I'm saying. That's still a lot. 450 plus words. Jump to a further chapter so I can work backwards. Very nice. I need to cut 15,000. Well, how many chapters you got? Because, I mean, if it's a lot of chapters and you're roughly cutting 300 words per chapter, not unattainable. Yeah. It was the ASMR tippy taps. That's what did it. That's what gave us the good vibes today. All right. Well, friends, this has been absolutely lovely. I thank all of you for being here and for hanging out with me and for holding me accountable to all of my goals. Okay. There will be a new vlog coming on Monday. It'll just kind of be a little week in the life, little chill vibes. It's kind of a little shorty, but it's fun, love it. And then I think the next couple vlogs for this month will be a reading vlog, and then one will be like an update on like my yearly goals and how we're doing on all the things. So thank you all so much for being here. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next Saturday. Bye.